And good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Wendy.
Morning.
Oh, it's a
Let me share
great
it out.
day. Happy Saturday, everybody. I am so excited about today. I get to go out and play in the Keys today and discover what's out here. We haven't really gone out and about. So we were here all day yesterday. So today we're journeying out just a bit, not anything extravagant, but going out and just seeing some of the beauty of the area. Wendy, what do you have planned today?
Not a lot for today because the weather's really poor now. The sun's now disappeared. It's blowing a gale and it's raining. So I might pop out to our local store a little bit later, but my husband's off today because it's the weekend from work.
Good.
So probably just chill with him, with the doggies.
There you go. Yeah. Well, we have 11 people on. What a great number. I love 11.
I can see a few. Prechetta, Julie Kiss, Sally De La Rosa, Claire Louise, Deirdre. Who else is on there? Jean L'Oreal, I think I see. Marsha.
Good morning, Marsha.
Good morning, Tony. So there's a few watching.
There are. Lisa Beatty. So some of these names I'm not real familiar with. So thank you for being here with us this morning.
Stacey, I think I see.
Stacey just came in and said good morning. Oh my gosh. Awesome. What a great day. Wendy, I have been waiting to have you on here with me. And I'm so glad that you're here. And I know we pray for you every day, and you look good, you sound good. So I think it's really good for all of us to see you and to hear how you're doing, because we do care and we lift you up every day.
I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tony, we hope that you're doing well too, because that's another one that we lift up, with
I see my friend Christine. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Christine. Oh my gosh. So Christine lives near you?
Chris is about 7 miles away, not too far.
Oh, that's cool. I love that.
We did meet up about 10 days ago. We went to the garden centre because I see Chris at least once a week. You see, we go to our spiritualist church, and then I might drive many miles away, maybe 30 miles away, and we go to different clairvoyant evenings. So I do spend a lot of time with Chris. Even if it's only once a week, it's still quite a lot of hours we spend together. And because we believe in this, spiritualism, so I feel easy talking to her as she does me. So we met 29 years ago and wasn't friends then. And we became friends probably about 5-6 years ago, proper friends.
Right. It's great to have somebody like that, isn't it? That you can talk the same language.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that.
Oh, there's Sharon Boyle, I see.
Hi, Sharon. I hope you're feeling better, honey. I know she wasn't feeling well yesterday, so she wasn't on. And who else? Andrew Wallace. Good morning to you.
Oh, Claire Louise is saying, can she join me on some of the clairvoyant evenings when we go? Yeah, you can come with us.
Awesome.
We go to Boreham Wood, which Claire Louise would know. It's in Hertfordshire.
Right.
Sometimes we go Hornchurch near Romford. I'm trying to think of all the places, but the main one we go to is in South Woodford. I mean, it wouldn't mean nothing to you, Terry, but Claire Louise being in the UK would probably be familiar with the names.
Well, I would love to come.
It's a long way, about 3,500 miles away.
Yeah, it would be a drive to get there, wouldn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
But one of these days, I want to get over and see the area. But I think Prechetta's got me coming to India first.
Oh yeah, you're going there.
Yeah, they're chanting me there. They're all manifesting that. So
well, with all the chanting, you'll definitely be going. So
yeah, I know. Those intentions are so powerful.
They are.
This is what I say every day. Get up and make an intention, and
You
just
have to.
see what a difference it makes in your world. It really
Yeah.
does. Okay, so who else we got? Martin Bunning. Namaste to you as well. And
I think Kerry Klingon Butcher is watching.
Carrie, hi, darling. Oh, Carrie, you got to let me know when you can come back on. We love our Carrie.
Yeah.
She's so adorable. Yeah. And who else?
We have got 19 watching on Enlightened World Network.
Oh, Claire says I can stay with her when I come visit.
You're welcome to stay with me, but I have got 4 dogs that jump all over you.
I love dogs. I love them. We're here at a friend's house, a friend of Deb's here in the Keys. And there's another lady that stays here, and she has a little doggie. Her dog's name is Sid.
Oh, nice.
Sid just loves people. So Sid and I got along well yesterday. And then another friend came by to see Deb, and she brought her little doggie named Pearl. And Pearl is adorable. So I've been around dogs while I'm down here, and I love dog energy. Just love it. I lost mine about 7 years ago, Wendy.
Oh, did you?
She was my heart. She was so healing for me. That's what dogs are. They're healers.
Definitely.
And, just unconditional love.
I told you it would have been my Senna's 10th birthday today.
Yes, let's all say happy birthday to her.
Thank you. When I agreed to come on the show, I wasn't aware it was today. Normally I don't forget, but
well, there's no accidents, Wendy. There's no coincidences. So you're here so we can all say happy birthday to Senna in heaven.
Yeah, thank you.
I love that. Let's
and our joining code was 888. 8888. The joining code.
Oh, yes, I set that up.
Did you pick that?
I did. I love 8s. Excuse me. 8s are manifestation.
Yes.
And abundance. So yeah, I use 8s pretty much when I can set something for myself. I use the 8s.
Well, there's no beginning or no end with an 8.
That's right. Infinity. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the infinity sign. I have to tell you, I keep asking for signs. It's just something that us humans do, right? We want to see the signs. We want confirmations. And it was like every day I was bugging God. I'm like, can I just have a sign today? Can you just show me something? You all ever do that? Anybody? It's like, that's my thing. I like to see the evidence of it. So every day I was bugging God. Can I have a sign today? I go outside, go to the pool or sit outside. So one day I went out with my pen and paper because I was going to do some writing. And I didn't do it. I didn't ask for a sign. I just went outside. I was distracted with what I was going to do. And I'm sitting there with my pen and paper, and something caught my attention. And I looked up at the sky, and there were birds, and they just kept coming. It was just like they kept coming and kept coming. I'm going, holy cow, what is all that? So they went out ahead of me in the sky, and they started, you know how birds sometimes just start moving together?
Yeah.
And they were making an infinity sign in the sky. And I saw it, and I'm like, okay, thank you, God. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to ask. And that's the way it is. We don't have to ask.
No.
But we're always going to be shown what we're supposed to see in divine timing.
Definitely.
Yeah. But it's so cool. It's like I was rewarded for not asking that day.
A few days ago, I was at the kitchen, and I just got up, and I was looking out the window because I've got my lovely garden view, and I see a white feather flutter down.
Yes.
So I thought, what's that? And it just came down. We have to look for the logical explanations. There's birds flying everywhere, but this was a little pure white feather, which I've collected and I've put safe. But they do give us a lot of signs, Spirit. We don't always see them.
Nope.
We
sometimes miss them. Yeah.
We miss
them because we're distracted, right? And then if we're supposed to see that sign, the angels are going to help us. They're going to get our attention and say, look at that.
Yeah. Serious on. Oh, my friend Christine saying, it was a pleasure to have felt Senna's love and wishing him an happy birthday in spirit.
Oh,
Senna was
yes.
just a lovely dog. He loved everyone and he loved other dogs. You know, I think I said it on the show the other night that I was on. He would lay down for puppies for them to not feel, you know, threatened by his size. But he really loved Chris. You know, he was very drawn to my friend Christine, and as her also to him. But he was very spiritual in the sense that he had sort of like a knowing, like an old soul he was.
Yeah.
But we always thought he might be my husband's spirit wolf, because my husband was clairvoyant for many years.
Mm-hmm.
And when he used to open up to the spirit to do the readings for people, his team would come in. So he'd have, I think, a red Indian and a couple of other guides and this big grey wolf. And my husband didn't want to do it anymore, so he wished it all away. He said, right, I'm closing down. Mm-hmm. And it's almost, Senna came to us not long after that, about 11 years ago. So we don't know whether the wolf sent Senna to my husband, because Senna was very connected to my husband. Wherever my husband was, Senna would follow, more so him than me. So
right.
But they are here to teach us lessons.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They certainly are. So is your husband open to spirituality now? Does he hear
Well, he doesn't
messages?
do readings for anyone, but he does get things now and again. So one time I was talking to a friend on the phone, a rescue friend, and he wouldn't normally interrupt. And he said, apologise to your friend, but I need to tell you something. He said, oh, Mum's here with me. So subsequently, he took the phone from me and he done her a short reading, which uplifted her spirits.
Yeah.
He does hear Senna barking by the bed for him to get up. Right. We know it's not the other dogs because they're downstairs. Right. We don't have them upstairs. So he does pick up things, but he doesn't always tell me, because it used to interfere with his working life. Because he worked at Heathrow Airport for the Turkish Airlines for over 20 years. He works in their main office now in London. But when he was working at the airport, in the terminal, he would see spirit. And of course, when he was going home in the car, when he was coming out of their car park and people was coming in to go to work, he would see people sitting in the back with them. Well, if they're coming into work, they wouldn't have their family going to work with them. And he knew it was their loved ones in spirit. But he said they used to try and connect to him at work and he couldn't. You know, I don't know whether he knew how to close down properly, maybe. So that is very important, to open up in prayer and close down, which I think back then he didn't do. But he's done it now. And he doesn't get a lot.
Yeah, that is so important, you know, after you've made a connection, then to cut your energy cord, right, Wendy?
You have to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what they're saying.
Yeah, because
I just see Erica Hoppy. Come on.
Hi, Erica.
There's quite a few comments.
Yeah, there's been times when I've been giving messages, when I give messages and then I'm tired and I don't forget, or I forget to close down and do the disconnect. And it's like all night long, I can't sleep because there's like, you know, spirits wanting to connect. So that's very important to do that. Yeah, we've got lots of conversation going on this morning. I love that. I love it. Hello, everyone that's talking and replying to us. We see you and thank you for being here. And I love Claire's comment. She says, you are so wonderful to watch, Wendy.
Oh, thank you.
And I agree. I love to hear you talk. I love that.
I hate my husky voice.
Oh, I love it.
Husky cockney voice.
No, it's great. It's great. So let's see. What are some of our comments?
Quite a few.
Oh, Carrie says, I dated a man from Crosby, just outside of Liverpool, for 2 years, and one of my besties lives in London.
Oh, great.
Well,
I remember Carrie said she was a Beatles fan.
Oh,
I had a friend many years ago, and her husband's, I told Carrie, I think, on the chat once, her husband's uncle was the 5th Beatle. Pete Best. He was the original drummer.
I remember that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But they've got such humour, Scousers. We call them Scousers in Liverpool. You know, they're so full of life. And so Kevin Morris, Liverpool.
I love Kevin. Yeah, Kevin hasn't been feeling well. I reached out to him the other day, so hoping that he's physically feeling better now. I know he had a hard time there for a while, and it was really hard with the lockdown when he didn't get to travel.
It's not good.
No. So, Carrie, let's go to London. What do you say? and let's go visit Wendy while we're over there.
Yeah, we'll come here.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's lots of people wishing Senna a happy birthday today. I'm so glad we're honoring her today. See this?
Him. It was him.
I'm sorry, him. I keep calling Senna a her. I wonder what that is.
Don't know. A lot of people do.
Well, I did the same thing with my own dog.
Oh.
It was a girl dog, and a lot of times I'll refer to her as a he. I think because she was an alpha, and she was so strong. Oh my gosh, she was strong, and she was strong-willed. She was a mix of German Shepherd and Golden Retriever on her mom's side, and then her dad was full Husky. So she was so beautiful, but she was very strong and very alpha personality. Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story. When Senna was a puppy, we enrolled him in puppy classes because we had never owned dogs, so we wanted to get the basics right. So off we went, me and my husband, to this puppy class, and while we was waiting outside with all the other people with their dogs, Senna jumped up a lady, and my husband went, "No, get down, Ricky." And I went, "Ricky?" He went, "Senna." He actually called Senna our son's name. And the woman said,
"Oh my God."
And I went, "No, that's our son. The dog's name's actually Senna, not Ricky."
Right.
We did laugh about it. But a lot of people did think Senna was a girl's name. But he is named after the Formula One, the late Formula One racing driver, Ayrton Senna, who passed in 94. So we knew we had to have, a name that my husband's idol. So we didn't want Ayrton Senna, so we just picked Senna. But one of my dogs is called Jet because my husband works for an airline, the planes, Jet.
Yes, I love that.
We've got the Merlin with the rabbit, and then we've got Lacey May, my little white girl dog. Yeah.
Awesome. I don't think I've seen any pictures of her. I've seen pictures of Merlin.
I've got many pictures, Terry, online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the little one?
Of them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I've got my little dog that I acquired from our son, Millie, the little Wizard of Oz dog.
The Wizard of Oz dog, yes. I love that.
She's so cute.
I love that. So are you into racing as well, or just your husband?
No, just him. Yeah. No, nothing like that interests me.
Yeah, it doesn't me either. I guess I've just never understood it.
I don't mind watching darts on the TV.
I used to play darts.
I used to play, I know you did. When I was 19, I was in a mixed doubles.
Yeah.
So if there's like a league on the TV of, like darts, then I will watch it. But I couldn't throw a dart now.
Oh,
I dig the wall.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I haven't played in so many years. It's probably been 5 years since I played. 4 or 5 years. But yeah, I used to watch the PDC tournaments over there.
Yeah.
So I knew all of I knew all the players.
Yeah, and me.
Yeah.
I do like darts. I can't say I'm really a sporty person. So I don't really watch football or tennis. Soccer, I think you call it. Doesn't interest me at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I only have one thing that I'm passionate about in sports, and that's basketball. But I grew up in Kentucky, and you can't live in Kentucky and not like basketball.
Oh yeah, of course.
it's a rule.
Yeah. Let's see who's commenting.
Yeah. Oh, I love that comment from Christine. She says, "So pleased to have Wendy as a friend. She was a great support through my recovery from cancer."
And she was a great support to me as well. When I had family problems, Chris was always on the other end of the phone. Anytime I could ring her at 1 a.m. in the morning and she would answer.
Yeah.
Because we're like that, you know, that's how we are. If it's your friend, then you want to speak to them. Sometimes it's better to speak to, you know, your friend than your family, because she understood what I was going through. So
right.
But,
yeah, you
she's
need
a great
that.
friend of mine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you two have each other.
Thank you.
And Stacy's leaving us. She says, have a
Oh,
wonderful
bye.
day, dear family. Hubby and I are off on a journey today. Well, enjoy yourself,
Have a lovely
Stacy.
time.
Yes, absolutely. And Sharon Boyle says, Wendy, I think our friends may enjoy some Cockney slang. Apples and pears equal stairs. Okay, tell us about that.
Yeah. So in the East End of London, I think many years ago, I don't know too much about it, but they had like rhyming slang words. So for instance, you might say, I'm just going to go on the dog and bone while I'm going up the apple and pears. So that would mean dog and bone on the phone, apple and pear stairs. There's a lot of sayings that refers to something, bit stupid really, I think, but just talk normal. But some people many years ago would incorporate the slang words into their conversation. So instead of saying I'm going to see my sister, they'd say, oh, I'm just going to go off to see my skin and blister, meaning sister. So it's
right.
all rhyming.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's not really for me, but it was for some people.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sharon, for bringing that up. And Sharon, I can't wait to get you on here and hear some of your stories as well. Sherry Seymour, good morning to you. And Stacy said that she has a dog named Jet, and so does Dr. Ruth Anderson. Her dog is Jetty, and Jetty is on the cover of my book, Time Heals Animals. Yeah, we used her for that cover. Yeah. And Prachir came in. Good morning, Prachir.
Yeah, I see Prachir.
Yeah.
Few on there.
Yes, we have a great crowd this morning.
Thank I didn't see Hope.
In.
Hi, Hope.
Oh, Hope is here, and Erica Hoppy came in.
Yeah, see Erica. Yeah. Sherry Seymour. Hi, Sherry Seymour. I said is on.
Oh, can we read the one from Carrie? Carrie said, I spent 2 days with my mother and they were lovely. She still doesn't understand my spiritual journey and thinks I am bringing curses and evil to our family. She told me not to summon angels, that we only need God and the Holy Spirit, that we were assigned one angel and that was that. Love her, but I was in tears last night. Oh, Carrie, honey, we're putting our arms around you right now. Yeah. I understand that journey when other people don't know what you're doing and they tell you're in a cult or, something.
Well, I told my work, didn't I, that I'd joined the Angelic River family.
Right.
And a colleague said, make sure they're not a cult, Wendy. I said, they're not. So you should be careful. I said, I'm fine. I'm a grown adult. I know what I'm doing. But it is funny what people think. But that's their opinion, isn't it? So
yeah, but it's really hard when it's a loved one and you want them to accept what you're doing, right? I mean, we're always looking for their approval in a certain way. It's not that they have to approve. I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyway. But you want that feeling of.
Oh, you've stilled, Terry. I can't see you now. Your screen's stilled.
Can't see me?
Oh, you went for a minute then. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got the message. My internet was unstable.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens. We've got some weird weather here. I think we're getting ready to get some rain, and it's very humid out here. I have to keep pulling my glasses up so I can see. Oh my gosh, it's bad this morning.
You was going to show us the bearded dragon.
I put pictures up yesterday. He's not out here with me right now. He comes out here on the porch during the day, but he's in his little cage right now. He's so adorable. His name's Buddha.
Oh, Buddha.
And I went up to him yesterday when he was out here and I talked to him. He wouldn't move. I'm like, it's okay. I'm friendly. I said, can you just turn your head so I can take a picture of you? He wouldn't budge. But
No.
the weird thing is, as he knew I was there, he wasn't moving. He was totally still. But
Yeah.
then his pupil in his eye moved. His head didn't move. His pupil moved all the way to the side so he could watch
Oh, yeah, they
me.
can.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
They can roll their eye right round.
Yeah, that's what he did. And I'm like, okay, I see you. I see you seeing me.
Funny.
Yeah, so Buddha's pretty cool. And he comes out here and hangs out in the daytime because it's hot outside. And then he goes into his little cage at night under the light. Just so adorable. Yeah.
You've got a nice backdrop with the water.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it here. This is the Gulf of Mexico. That's the side that we're on. On the other side of the street is the ocean.
Oh, is it?
It's like, yeah, that's how the Keys are. It's a very narrow, they're islands, little islands.
Yeah.
And just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. As we go out and about, I'll take some video and share it with everybody.
Thank you. See what they're saying.
Yeah, what else we got going on this morning? Oh, Erica Hoppy says, I love the way you said my name. You taught us how to say it, and I love to pronounce people's names correctly, so thank you for that.
Oh, Charles Kunz. I think that's how you pronounce it. Charles.
Hi, Charles. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you see Tony's comment. She says, Wendy, you are beautiful inside and out.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So are you, Tony.
Oh,
and Tony
absolutely.
done great when she connected to spirit.
Yes.
It was quite odd that evening because I heard it was going to be on, but I thought you had to join. It was in a Zoom room, and I thought, don't feel up to going online, live. And then I saw it online, and as I joined, I think they was just giving out the info. And the spirit was my mum's sister's husband's brother's wife. I know that's a bit complicated. Anyway, my aunt is sister-in-law, and she passed in a car accident when I was 9. He was driving, drunk driver, and he hit a lamppost, and her neck broke instantly, and she passed. Well, of course, Sally and Tony was bringing her through. So that was that, and Tony got quite emotional, which you can, the spirit give us how they passed, their emotions at the time. And she stepped away, Tony, but she done a fabulous job of, connecting with Sally to bring this message. And then a little while after, they had a young girl that had died in a fire. And that was the lady's daughter. So it was amazing, really.
Yeah.
I was quite overwhelmed because I was only a small child, but I remember the day very clear because I lived with my grandmother, and my auntie came round early hours of the morning. I remember my nan taking me to my auntie's house to look after my cousins because they had to fly to Ireland, another part of, the UK, because of the death. So it isn't, I knew instantly it was her. Her name was Mary. But the info that they got was so on the money. It was amazing, really. So I believe I'm meant to deliver the message to that side of the family because it's their auntie, their sister-in-law, their family. So I have made contact with one of my cousins. She's took the message that Tony and Sally given. She'll pass it whoever needs to know. So, yeah, it was very nice.
Well, it's interesting, Wendy, as you were telling us that, there was like a flash behind you.
Oh.
Kind of like the light went out. And it's like, okay, that's your confirmation.
Maybe.
It was just a flash. Yeah. It was like something had just gone right behind you.
Wow.
Yeah.
God bless.
I know, right? That happened yesterday. We did a show on dragons, and we had a lady from, I think she was from the UK.
Yeah.
Or no, she was from Ireland. I'm sorry. And she was talking about water dragons. So we were out here, Dr. Ruth Anderson and I were sitting out here, and all of a sudden it was like we started getting flashes coming in from the water, and then the water started swirling behind us. It was the most interesting thing. I love when the activity starts happening to show you that they're right there. They're right there.
Yeah. It's
Just
amazing.
so awesome. Yeah.
It is.
So I want to mention Julie Kiss. She says, thank you for the prayers yesterday. They really helped me through my crazy day. I'm so glad, Julie. Thank you. And we love good news. So anybody that shares when we've lifted you up or we've put you in our circle, just let us know if there's something going on. And thank you all for sharing with us. We love good news.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, Sally De La Rosa said she saw the flash as well.
Yeah. Confirmation.
I have to look on the replay to see it.
Absolutely. My
Sharon's
friend
going to watch it.
Oh, good. Joanne Castillo is here. She's a friend of mine from Fort Lauderdale.
Hello, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne. And Joanne is, she owns a day spa. That's really pretty cool. I go there and get facials from her because she's so amazing. I just love to just relax and everything goes away when you're in that that mode zone of just getting taken care of, you know.
Let's have a look.
Oh, I love Deirdre. Deirdre, hi, honey. She says, we are a cult of love.
We are.
Yeah, and Sherry said she just popped in to say hello. I'm so glad you did, Sherry. So good to see you. Angie Taylor's here. Hi, Angie.
Hello, Angie.
And it's raining in New York. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to get that here, too. I think by Monday we're having rain come in.
The sun's just coming out. Just now, the clouds have just moved and just peering through. It is windy, very, very windy out.
I wish the wind would pick up here because it's very humid right now. So it's like still. There's like no wind at all. Yes. Oh, and Julie says, we were talking about cults and, you know, how sometimes family or friends think that we're involved in something that's, you know, not good for us. She says, I was told the same. They heard the chanting on my phone. My friend asked, are they a cult? And I said, no, they are my second family.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm quite lucky because my family and friends all believe it anyway. So, you know, I haven't had any negative comments. Oh, just one lady at work. She's a bit, but then you find that you don't talk to them people. You know, as my husband says, not everyone believes the same things and we can't make everyone like us. So we should choose our audience who we are going to speak to. And I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable because if they don't believe there is life after life, I'm not there to preach to them. They get their own proof. They get their own, if they want to look into it. It's not for me to change their opinion, their mind. That's for them to do. But I find that if Spirit want you to talk about it, they drop it in the conversation. And then someone will go, oh, do you believe in spirits then? And I'll go, yes. And they go, so do I. And you might have been, you know, speaking to them in a work capacity for many years. And you never knew that about them because it's a subject that you don't just drop into a conversation. I almost wait for the cue from the other person before I talk about it. But yeah,
that's so true.
People, aren't they?
Yeah, and not everything resonates with everybody.
No.
You know, like I love chanting, and many people do, but not everybody does.
No.
You know,
my husband, I told you, chants.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I love it.
He does it every morning and every night. I have done it before on the way home from work for my whole drive, and my drive takes 45 minutes from work to home. And if I chant, it's like the journey goes in a flash. It's very odd.
Yeah, time stands still.
Yeah, it's like, I'm home.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I found that too.
It is addictive once you start the chant.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like you don't want to stop the chanting because of the feeling it gives you.
Yeah, I found that too, Wendy. I've been doing it in the morning. Prachetta was the one that urged me to do it early in the morning before I even get out of bed. And I said, okay. So I do it for 5 minutes. Now I've extended that. It's more like 10 minutes for me now. And you're right. I don't want to stop. So even after I get out of bed, it's still in my head, you know, as I'm brushing my teeth and, you know, going about getting ready for my day, it's still there in my head. And I love the ones that we're doing. We're doing 2 chants, and they're both just beautiful opening chants. They open you up. Yeah.
They are.
Oh, and Edda says, chanting is connecting your inner self to the universe.
Definitely.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, and Carrie says, it's tough when loved ones think we are bringing harm. Absolutely. But, you know, I'd say we're all in our own movie. You know, we're all here to live out some path that we're going to learn lessons from. We're going to interact with others. Either we're teaching them or they're teaching us. So there's always an interaction with others. So, you know, we can't change or control what anybody else does. We can only accept them. And the more we are accepting, it makes the journey a lot easier, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Just letting people be who they are and what they are. And no judgment. As Sharon says, no judgment, just love. Yeah. And we have a private Zoom with Sharon this morning if anyone's interested in coming in and speaking with her about prejudice and bias and racism. We're trying to get open conversation going, and she calls it the comfy couch. So if anybody wants to come in, Deb and Ruth and I will be in there with Sharon, and that happens at 10 o'clock this morning, which is about 2 hours from now.
3 o'clock our time.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to come in with us, just come on in, let us know, and we'll give you that Zoom link. I know a few people were in one that we did earlier. Charles, you were in one with her, and some other people came in. Carol was there. We haven't seen Carol Allen this morning. Where is she?
No, don't know.
Somebody send out a SOS for Carol. Get in here. Yeah, awesome.
Are you ready? Can you see the comments?
I do, yeah.
On your screen or on your phone?
On the screen. I can see all of them, like we're on Periscope and we're on YouTube as well. So those show up on my screen. Yeah. Don't see any Periscope people this morning, but we usually have 1 or 2 at least that come in and make comments with us. And Sally says, I have a cousin who assumes I am dealing with the dark side, but slowly she is coming out of her way of thinking.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other thing, isn't it, Wendy? We model to people how we live our lives. So if we're living in the light, if we're living in that light, it's going to shine out there, and they're going to eventually see that, you know, we're not doing anything that's dark. We're not putting spells on people or, you know, being destructive, that we're actually bringing more light in. And that's what they respond to. Yeah. And you certainly bring a lot of light in. I am so appreciative of you. You were like one of the first ones that I connected with when I did that very first live, sitting out there.
I remember.
Yes. And I just loved your energy. I loved your enthusiasm. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I
was very excited.
Yes.
Because I started creating the posters.
Yeah.
So I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Wendy makes a poster every day for us of the show and who's going to be on. And it's just awesome. Thank you for doing all that. While I've been off
work, you know, with my illness, it's gave me something else to concentrate on. So it's been, you know, the group has been a lot of give me a lot of upliftment, which if I wasn't on the group, then I would be sitting at home moping about, and I'm not doing that. So, you know, I was in the right place at the right time. When you broadcast that first day at the St. John's River, and then we didn't even realise we was going to have this big group. So it was all written for us to be where we are. Yeah.
Yeah, it was divine. I absolutely.
It was definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad we've continued, you know, after I left the river. I just.
Yeah.
I want to do some sunrises where I live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm about 10 minutes from the beach. And so the sun, though right now it's coming up like around 6:30, I think. So that's a little early, but I can at least do a video and show everybody the sunrise.
That'd be nice.
And then do the show there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sharon Boyle says, illuminate and radiate pure divine love.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we do. As light workers, that's just You know, it's just what happens. It's not something that we can force or just, you know, say, this is what I'm doing. It just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. My husband's got a saying. He always says, tell me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. And it's true. We make friends with people that are similar qualities to us. So when you find maybe groups of people that are not so nice, they're all not so nice, you know, maybe in the workplace or I don't know, somewhere else. So our own lights attract other people's light to us. We see them qualities that we see in ourselves. So that's why when you've got a collective like our group, we're all of similar light, aren't we? We all on the same wavelength, so to speak.
Right.
Which is
we're in alignment with each other.
Definitely.
Yeah. And you know, when we're with friends or acquaintances, you know, in a social situation, and that person is not in alignment with your energy, you feel that. You're like,
definitely
you know, step away from that person.
So back up.
Yeah, exactly. And I've done that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go over to this side of the room now.
See, because I work in an environment with probably 60 people, maybe more, that's why I carry the black tourmaline, because I really feel the energies, and the nature of the job is stressful anyway.
Yeah.
So it's double the energy because people are feeling stressed, and I always have the black tourmaline on me at work. I have to have it.
Absolutely. And in your house as well is what I found. I put it by the front door.
Yeah.
So that keeps any negative energy that might come through the door. It keeps it at bay. It keeps it out there. And so you can also make grids in your home. There's, you know, you put them in the north, south, east, west to protect all directions around your home. Yeah, I've done that too.
I think Robert Doser put something online about the grids for the crystal grid.
Right. Yeah, I've made crystal grids. I used to teach not chanting. I used to teach meditation, and I would put a grid. I had the grid outline the Metatron's cube on paper, and I would put it on the floor in the center of our circle, and I would make the grid. You know, set the intention and make the grid with the different crystals. So that's something that anybody can do. They can create their grid and put the crystals that pertain to whatever you're trying to manifest. If you're trying to manifest abundance, then you would use a lot of the crystals like citrine and quartz, you know, the ones that are going to attract abundance to you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Maybe we need to teach a crystal grid class.
That would be good.
Awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah, one of my friends that's one of the owners of Love and Light Spiritual Emporium teaches crystal gridding. So, yeah, Rosa, she's been on here quite a bit. We prayed for her before. So maybe I can
I remember.
Her arm. Yeah, I'll twist her arm and I'll say, Rosa, teach us about crystal gridding.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, Charles says, I'm special. Thank you, Charles.
I agree, Charles.
And Julie Kiss says, birds of a feather flock together, which is true.
Yes. Yeah, Jean Lorio says, this family has been so wonderful for those of us whose families don't understand what we believe. Acceptance and confirmation is very needed. It sure is.
It is. We worry too much what other people think of us. That's being an empath. We do worry about other people's feelings, but there comes a point when you have to say, you know, enough now. I need to concentrate on me and my belief and what makes my heart sing. And if you don't follow that, what you're being guided to, then you're just stuck in that negativity, aren't you? It's I can see your aura, Terry. It's so yellow. I don't normally see the aura. It's a very yellow, like a yellow colour.
Oh, thank you.
Very bizarre. I don't normally see auras, but very vibrant.
Thank you. I teach people how to see auras. That's part of what I do when I teach energy healing. That's one of the first things I do is how to read energy and to see other people's auras. Yeah. Thank you, Wendy. That's so cool. Well, I'm going to type in to the comments that it is prayer request time.
Oh, that went quick.
Oh my gosh, Wendy, tell me about it. It feels like we just started talking.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right, so that's in there. And I think I saw, Etta was talking about the chanting again. And she says, if you chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, which is one of the chants we do at night, she says, if you chant that for 20 minutes, you say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo 1,000 times if you chant for 20 minutes.
Is it?
And then our brains think of a situation in 3,000 ways. So if we chant for an hour, we cover all the 3,000 thoughts. And then with Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, we master our mind and collect the treasures of the heart.
Oh
my
so
gosh.
I was chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo all the way home from work, 45 minutes. So it was so many, and I'd done that for 6 shifts because I work 6 shifts, 4 days off. So that's a lot of sending out to the universe, isn't it?
It sure is. That's awesome. And yesterday we created a new group called Chanting for Change. So anybody that wants to learn more about chanting, and Etta, you're in the group, so I invite you to put that information into our group, please, so that we can all know that. And what we're doing in that group is explaining, what chanting is, why we chant something 108 times on the mala beads, what mala beads are. So we're trying to put out some information that'll educate people about chanting, what it is. And this will be wonderful information to have in there, because those are, we're concentrating right now on 2 chants, and that's one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, that chants for inner transformation. And when we transform internally, what happens? We spread more light out into the world, don't we? Yeah. Okay, so I think we're starting to get some prayer requests. Jean Lorio says, please put Mexico in our prayers today. I have a friend who lives there right where the 7.4, it must be an earthquake where that happened. The community is having a rough time. Wow. I don't listen to the news, so I wasn't aware that had happened in Mexico. So thank you, Jean.
I don't watch the news. I did see a prayer request from Marsha Gifford. Please put me in the prayers. I had to be tested yesterday for COVID, as I've been in contact with someone who is positive.
Oh, absolutely, so Marsha.
We put you in our prayers, yes.
Yeah, and stay positive. Stay positive in your mind that you are healthy. I am healthy, and keep telling yourself that.
Don't think you've got it, because you might call it to you, yes.
Yeah, when we talk to ourselves, we're talking to our cells inside of our body. And so just reassure them, I am healthy, and keep doing that.
You're not necessarily going to contract it, because when I was 15, my grandmother, who I lived with, had tuberculosis and meningitis, and I never caught it. And I slept in the same bed as her. I had to have a chest X-ray because it affects the lungs, tuberculosis. And I never caught it. So, and I slept in close quarters with her every night, in the same bed as a youngster. So, we just have to say, please God, someone's test is positive, but just protect me.
Protect me. Surround yourself with the white light of God. Yes. Absolutely. That's one of our protective tools that we have.
We have.
Yeah. And Claire Louise says, could we pray for those of us whose families are not understanding and supportive of our journeys, for us to remain strong and patient? Absolutely.
And Charles wants Jessica put in the prayers. He said she's in hospital.
Oh,
so
yes,
she'll
we
go in the prayer
absolutely
circle
will.
as well, yes.
Yes, and Catherine Kovacs is with us, and she's asking for us to pray for her. Yes, we will. Who else? Any more prayers?
Oh, Charles said, and can we put Muriel, who is also having surgery?
Yes,
and we will.
Absolutely will do that. And anybody else? And Wendy, we always put you in there, so let's lift Wendy up.
Thanks.
And how are you feeling, Wendy? How's that?
I still have symptoms, different symptoms every day. I often have a dull ache on the back. It can radiate to the front where the gallbladder is.
Right.
But I do get quite chronic indigestion and bloating, and I have so many different symptoms. But I don't have the same symptom every day. It's quite odd, but I've got many different tablets. But I try not to take them because I don't want to fill my body with all these medicines. But my husband says, you know, if you're in pain, you need to take them. But like anything can be addictive, can't it? And my pain relief is co-codamol, which has been known to cause addiction. So I try to, which does help me, do more meditation. Because really the mind can, you know, when you're meditating, can ease a lot of symptoms and pain. The mind's a wonderful thing that we still don't know a lot about.
Exactly.
And I notice when I do the meditation, it just calms me down and eases it off a bit. So it's fine.
It sure does.
Yeah,
absolutely. We can control a lot of things with that meditative energy and chanting, all of that. You can chant for healing your body. You can do tapping. You know, John Fiore, he's been coming on with us. He teaches how to tap away your pain and to get into different mind states with tapping. So I love that as well. And when you're tapping, you're working on the meridians in your body. So you really are, it's like acupressure that you're doing when you tap.
Yeah.
We had a prayer request from Christine O'Rourke, prayers for my daughter Claire Knock and my granddaughter Chloe Knock.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Christine's daughter and granddaughter.
Yeah. And Edda's asking for pray for lots of happiness, strength, and good health for Tracy, David, Prachir, Neil. Special prayers for Teri to enjoy herself. Thank you. And prayers for excellent health for Wendy. Thank you, Edda. Oh, it's always such compassionate prayers, isn't it? That comes from Edda and Prachir. I love both of you, how you just really take us in as your own and help us to be uplifted. Thank you for that.
Oh, and Kerry said, can we put her niece Laura and her friend Brittany in the prayer circle?
Yes, absolutely.
And prayers for peaceful protests against racism, and that was Scarlett Patterson that said that.
Thank you, Scarlett, and good morning to you. Okay.
Sally. Yeah, you're reading the same comment, I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, Sally said she does tapping for migraine and it works.
It does, yeah.
There you are. So there's a lot of things we can do that's available to us within. You know, we don't think to meditate or to do the tapping, but clearly it's working, so keep doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah, whatever works. And it's like we said earlier, not everything works for everybody. And when I was first introduced to tapping, I thought it was stupid. I'm like, I don't understand what I'm doing. You know, this doesn't make any sense to me. What am I doing here? And so I didn't pay any more attention to it. I'm like, you know, that's just not for me. And then a friend of mine asked me to try it again. She goes, just try it. Just give it one chance. You know, do it to a video that she introduced me to. And I did, and it made such a difference. And there was one that I did. The one that she sent me was a video on tapping to have a good day.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do that. You can just keep doing the intention, you know, that you're going to have a good day. It may not be perfect, but it's going to be a great day. And you just keep doing that, and it really does work.
Yes.
So, yeah, so never give up on something after a first try. That's my motto.
Dear, you said pray for world peace.
Oh, of course. Yes. And yes, we're missing Gabby Forster today, aren't we?
Oh, Gabby's not here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Diana either this morning.
No, I haven't either. And Carrie says prayers for her son Matthew as well.
Oh, yes.
And Teresa Dupreez, thank you. I request prayers for myself. I'm in a very bad space. Ask for a breakthrough in work in humble gratitude. We absolutely will. Okay, so wow, we're way past time to start.
We are. It's 1:30 here, so it must be 8:30 where you are.
It is, and so let's do our meditative prayer. And Carrie says,
I told you, Terry, That's why my grandmother sent me
know.
the rabbit dog, because I don't stop talking. They're never wrong.
I do the same, Wendy. It's like, you know, I looked and I saw that it was time to ask for prayers, and now it's like 8:30, and I'm like, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do our meditation this morning. And let's just start with the breath, of course. The breath brings us focus.
Yep.
So deep breath in, and you know, we don't always focus on our breathing. We do it just naturally, but when we really focus on what we're doing, we take deeper breaths. So when we take that deep breath into our lungs, it starts to slow us down and relax our mind, relax our body to where we can go into that state of being, everything is okay, you know, not stressing, not worrying, just being in ourselves, in our own space. So let's take some deep breaths in and focus on love today. We've had so much love for each other in this group. Every morning when we come in, we lift each other. We ask how we're doing. We share what's going on in our lives. So just take that breath in and feel that energy still swirling, still there in your mind of seeing each other, socializing with each other, and hold that energy in your heart. Really feel into it. And then when you relax the breath out, just let go of anything that's stressing you, whether it's a pain, a situation, an emotion, whatever it might be that's going on. Relax that with the out breath. And then breathe in some more love to replace what you let go of. It's a cycle that you can do, breathing in the love, breathing out anything that's unlike love, breathing out pain, breathing out sadness, breathing out anxiety or worry, just letting it go. And then when you take another deep breath in, let's call in the angels with this one. The angels are here to help us. They're here to uplift us, but also for whatever we need. If we need protection, we call on Archangel Michael. So let's ask Michael now to be with each one of us, to surround us with white light energy from God, so that we know whatever we do during our day, we're surrounded and immersed in that type of energy. So thank you, Michael, for helping us all feel safe and secure and protected going about our day. And let's call in Raphael for anyone that needs healing today. There were several prayer requests for people that are in pain, whether that pain is physical or emotional. Let's bring in that energy of healing from Raphael. His energy is so beautiful when it comes through, and I'm seeing like an emerald green right now that's coming through. So I think there's also like Saint Germain energy that's coming in to help us all realize that we can give anything that we don't want anymore. We can just turn it over and let it go and ask these beautiful angels, the ascended masters, to help us. They can just take that away from us. So anything you want to let go of, just pull that right now, pull it out and say, here, I give this to you. I give my sadness to you so that I can bring more joy in that place where the sadness resides. If there's some anger, it feels like there's a little bit of anger going on, pull that out to the outside. I'm releasing this anger. Some anger is good. It motivates us. It changes our mindset. But when you go deeper and you go into a rage about something, that's not healthy. So let's turn any of that anger that has come out of control, let's turn that over so we can let go of it. And then let's call Archangel Gabriel. And Gabriel helps us to really get clear on what it is that we do want. We can recognize what we don't want when we see that happening, but what do we want? That takes the inner work. So we're asking Gabriel to help each of us look inside. So do that right now. Ask Gabriel to help you. And just ask, what is it that my heart desires? What is it that I really want to bring into my life right now? And I'm hearing a lot of words as I'm just tuning into you all, but I'm hearing, first and foremost, I'm hearing peace. We want peace. We want people to get along, people to see each other as equal. So Gabriel, help us all to bring that into our lives. Help us to find any place inside where there's inequality, any place that we look at others and maybe put them on a pedestal, or we look at another person and we're seeing them as not on the same footing as us. Let's see all of us as the same. We are. We're all a spark of the divine. And as that oneness, we can all look at each other with spiritual eyes and not with our 3D eyes that look at separation and differences. We can all feel into what love truly is. And then let's call in Archangel Uriel, asking Uriel to touch our hearts, to help bring that calming, grounding energy to us, to help us transform. Help us, Uriel, to find that which is our spiritual practice. Whatever we resonate with, help us to develop that in our lives, whether it's meditation, chanting, prayer, whatever that may be. Just help us to really get into that practice so that we go about our day in a grounded manner, in a calm manner. And we thank you. We thank you, angels, for ministering to us today in this way, for helping us individually and helping us collectively to stay in God's light so that our light shines brighter. And in that brightness, we're going to illuminate the prayer requests that were brought to us today. Any of those that were written out, any spoken, any that are on your hearts that you haven't shared, just put them all in that circle today as we all surround them. And we ask God to shine his light on all of these prayer requests. And we ask our angels to help us to lift them up. We're lifting them away from us, turning over that burden to the Creator, the highest power that is. And I feel Jesus with us today, Ascended Master, Savior, the one that came here to show us unconditional love, and that we can do that. We can do that as well. And that's what we do when we lift these prayer requests. So we ask that each request just be looked at and that burden taken, and for Archangel Michael to cut our cord of attachment to those requests, to have faith and trust that as we release them, they are being dealt with, they're being seen and heard and acknowledged. And we love confirmation. So as soon as we release them, I heard the dove in the background, like it was saying, I'm carrying those requests. I'm helping the angels to bring them to God. And thank you, angels, for always bringing us confirmation. So now let's give our love to each other. Now that we've really brought in that energy of being immersed in the white light of God, and our hearts are full, so full of love, let's share it out with each other. So I'm going to look to my left, and when I do, I see Wendy's face on my computer screen. And just envision somebody. If you don't know what they look like, just envision their name. They're right there beside of you. And just say to that person, I love you.
I love you.
Oh, yes, I love you, Wendy. And let's send that around the circle. Ooh, I got chills. And I'm getting it back. I'm getting so much love back in my heart. Thank you all for the love. Thank you for lifting each other up. And let's do our heart telephone. I love this practice. I love that we do this every day on this show. And we do it, we start by counting down with 1, 2, 3, and then we say our gratitude to each other. We say thank you. And then we say, I love you. And that goes to everybody that's here, everybody that's connected. And Wendy, would you love to lead us in that?
So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. Oh my gosh. How beautiful.
Yeah.
Wendy, this was so beautiful to have you here with us today.
Thank you. I really enjoyed being here.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
And this has been so beautiful. It just flew by. It really, seriously, it's like I feel like I just sat down here at the computer and connected with you, and then here we are at the end of the show.
I just see Geraldine pop on just now.
Hi, Geraldine. Awesome.
Geraldine.
Yes, hi. Oh, this is so awesome. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
And just a reminder that we have lots going on today and tomorrow here at Enlightened World Network. And I know that Diana will be on at 9:30, but we will be on before that at 9 o'clock. Ruth, Deb, and I are going to do a silent meditation at 9 o'clock if you'd like to pop into that and see us. And yeah, just come on in and let's spend some more time in meditation together.
Yeah.
So, and Deirdre is taking us out. Do you see her comments?
Oh, I can't even say. Oh, namaste, y'all.
Namaste, y'all. That's how we end every one of our shows. And Scarlett says, just caught you in time for prayers, and thank you. Thank you all so much. Now, tomorrow I will be on by myself, and it might be a little bit shorter. It won't go the whole hour, because tomorrow we're doing 13 hours of live streaming at Enlightened World Network. We're going to be on from 9 o'clock in the morning until probably 9:30 at night.
It's a long day.
It's a long day, but we have a different presenter every half hour. And so come into some of that. It's going to be absolutely magnificent. And then Monday, we go back to having people come in again. And I think it's going to be Gabby on Monday from the farmhouse. So yeah, looking forward to that one. It sure will be. I can't wait to see and feel that energy there, Wendy. I know you're going to pick up. You've already been picking up things from the farmhouse, but I know that there's going to be a lot more when we connect by video. So I can't wait for that. Wendy, have a great day, honey. I love you,
Terry.
And
I love
you. I hope you stay in good health. And
thank you.
Everything just really comes to a resolution with your health.
Thank you.
We lift you up every day.
And love to all the Angelic River family watching.
Yes, we love you all so much. This is our time.
A short time we spend together, but it's the quality of the time, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, and it starts our day off just right. I can't imagine not starting my day with this.
No, I couldn't now.
You know, like even when I'm here, it's like I'm letting go of a lot of my shows this week that I normally would be on, because I wanted to spend time with Ruth and Deb while we were here physically together. And I wanted to just have some R&R for me as well. But this show means so much to me. And it's that way of starting my day that just takes me into the rest of the day on a high note. So, so I'm doing this every day while I'm here. And,
thank you.
And thereafter. So thank you all for joining.
We do appreciate you, Terry, all that you do.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Thank you so much.
I love that. Thank you. So I do have to go, and then we're going to go into the meditation time in about 20 minutes. So bless you all. Have a great day.
All.
I love you. Bye.